What changes when you finally honor your identity? Hey, this is Steph, and welcome to the Together Moving Forward podcast. A podcast helping 2S LGBTQI plus people embrace self love and self respect so you can celebrate yourself with pride. In this episode, you'll discover how embracing your LGBTQ identity becomes the true foundation of self love and emotional peace. Why pride and representation strengthen self respect and help you stop shrinking yourself. How art, storytelling, and community turn shame into empowerment and quiet confidence. Today's conversation is about moving from silence to pride and from self doubt to self love. This episode will help you take that next powerful step forward together. Hello again, I'm Steph Vachon, and I'm a human being. Welcome back to the Together Moving Forward podcast. Embrace your 2S LGBTQIA plus identity with pride through self-love. No matter where you stand in the 2S LGBTQIA plus spectrum, we are all connected. And if you ever struggle to fully love and respect yourself, you're not alone. And this podcast is here to help you. As someone who has navigated my own journey of self acceptance as a queer, I know the power of hearing voices that reflect our experiences. In this podcast, you'll hear real stories and conversations that leave you with practical tools, fresh perspectives, and the confidence to embrace who you are with pride. To start, I need to say that I'm not a psychologist, a specialist, or someone with a college degree. I'm just a regular guy here to share with all of you and support each other. I'll share my journey, and we will all share journeys together. We'll learn from each other how to move forward. In the last episode, we had a powerful conversation about LGBTQ identity, pride, and storytelling. Today, I want to come back to the three of the most important highlights from episode 57 and go a little deeper, not just intellectually, but personally. Because this isn't just about art or advocacy, it's about you, your self love, your self respect, and how you move through this world as your full self. Let's dive in. One, embracing your LGBTQ identity is the foundation of self love. In the last episode, we talked about how embracing your identity strengthens your self love and mental well being. Here's what that really means: when you hide parts of yourself, your sexuality, your gender identity, your truth, you are constantly sending yourself a message: I am not safe to be seen. And when you don't feel safe to be seen, it becomes very hard to love yourself fully. Self love is not about affirmations, it's not about pretending everything is fine. It's about accepting who you are, even the parts society once told you were too much or not enough. When you embrace your identity, you stop fighting yourself. And that's where peace begins. Number two, pride and representation teach you that you are not alone. Another powerful highlight was this: pride and representation create spaces where you feel seen, valued, and respected. And that's bigger than a parade. When you see someone like you in art, in books, in leadership, in advocacy, something shifts inside you. You realize, I exist, I matter, I belong. That is self respect. Because self respect grows when you stop minimizing yourself. It grows when you understand that your identity is not a phase, not confusion, not something to apologize for. Pride says, I'm not shrinking anymore. And when you stop shrinking, you start standing taller, internally first. And three, art and community transform isolation into empowerment. We also talked about how storytelling and art move people from isolation to connection. In simple terms, shame grows in silence, healing grows in shared truth. When you hear someone speak openly about mental health, about being non binary, about being bi plus, about questioning identity, you start to recognize yourself in their story. You begin to feel seen, understood, and less alone. Community reminds you that your struggles are human. And that is where empowerment begins. Empowerment isn't loud, it's not ego, it's quiet confidence. It's the moment you say, "This is who I am, and I don't need permission to exist." That is both self love and self respect working together. So, in this last episode, we learned that embracing your LGBTQ identity is the first real step towards self love. Pride and representation build self respect by showing you that you belong. Art and community turn isolation into empowerment and connection. And when you combine those three things, identity, pride, and community, you begin to live instead of just survive. That's what this podcast is about, moving forward together. I'm always looking for inspiring guests for the podcast. I'd love to have you or someone you know share your journey with pride. The world needs your story. It has the power to change lives, and your voice really matters. Reach out and send me an email today. Also, I'm now booking keynote speaking engagements. My talk is how I finally learned to embrace my LGBTQ identity with pride and how you can too. Details at togethermovingforwardpodcast.com under speaking. It is already time to say au revoir just for now. Join me every Monday and Thursday for brand new episodes of the Together Moving Forward podcast and learn how to embrace your 2S LGBTQIA plus identity with pride through self love. Wherever you're from in the world, we are all connected. Remember, solidarity beats hate. The more we unite, the stronger we become. Because at the end of the day, we are all equally human and we all deserve the same rights. Before we close with our weekly positive thought, I want to tell you what this one personally means to me, especially with this episode. My love is powerful and deserving of respect. When I say my love is powerful, I'm not just talking about romantic love. I'm talking about the way I love myself, the way I show up, the way I choose to exist authentically as an LGBTQ human being. And when I say my love is deserving of respect, I remind myself that I don't have to earn dignity. My identity deserves respect. My journey deserves respect. And so does yours. This episode is a reminder that self love and self respect begin the moment you stop questioning whether you are worthy and start believing that you are. Now is the time to put your hand on your heart and let's repeat it again. You and me together this week, positive thoughts. My love is powerful and deserving of respect. Yes, my love is powerful and deserving of respect. From shame, guilt, silence, and rejection to pride, freedom, healing, and love. Together moving forward. Thank you so much for being here with me today and for taking this moment to reflect with me. I truly appreciate it. See you real soon. Ciao. Do you know anyone in the LGBTQ plus community who feels disconnected from their true self, wishing they could embrace their identity with confidence and pride? Share this episode now and help them step into self-love and self-respect so they can truly celebrate who they are with pride, feel empowered, and make a real difference in our community.